Puja Smarpayami Shri Shirdi Sai Baba Namaha Pavitra Pavitra Hova Sarvashtatanga Viva Yasmir Kundari Kaksham Sabaya Bantara Suchi Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Gurudev Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Om Bhurbhuva Suvah Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Naha Prachodayat Om Suklam Bharadram Vishnum Sashivanam Chaturbhujam Prasada Varanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashantaye Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Brahmanadam Paramasukaram Kevalam Janamurtim Danvatitam Ganga Sardasham Tattvamassaradiksham Ekam Nityam Bimalam Archaram Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunartitam Sadguru Tam Namami Yam Gurudev Namaha Gurudev Namaha Gurudev Namaha Gurudev Namaha Gurudev Namaha Guru consciousness is bliss absolute, the bestower of ultimate happiness. It is the knowledge itself beyond duality, pervasive as the sky. It is the final goal of the statement, Thou art that. It is unity itself, eternal, embellished, and unwavering. It is the witness of all thoughts, beyond all states, and untouched by the three gunas. Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Vahanam Samarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Asanam Samarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Pajam Samarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Argyam Samarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Achanam Samarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Snam Smarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Bhushtanam Smarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Chandanam Smarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Akashanam Samarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Pushpam Samarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Dupam Smarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Deepam Smarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Naivedyam Smarpayami Om Shri Sanataya Namaha Jal Smarpayami Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Akhandalanda Mandalakaram Viptayena Charkaram Tatpradam Dashtatam Yena. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. The Guru creates a new life for the devotee, sustains it, and destroys all limitations. He is truly one with the Supreme Reality. To that great Guru, salutations. Salutations to the great Guru who reveals that state of Supreme Consciousness, which permeates all of creation, both animate and inanimate. Shri Sanataya Namaha. Namaskaram Smarpayami. Arti Smarpayami. Shirdi Sai Baba Namaha. Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Shiri Sai Hare Bhakta Janam Samrakshaka Bhakta Janam Samrakshaka Shiri Maheshwara. Om Jai Jagadish Hare Se Shivararam Shri Ikara Sarva Pranapataye Swami Sarva Pranapataye Ashrita Kalpalatika Ashrita Kalpalatika Apad Bandava Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Gurudev Mo Mariam Jayanive Swami Mariam Jayanive Narada Brahma Jagannatha Narada Brahma Jagannatha Nagamdra Sharaya Jai Jagadish Hare Omkara Rupa Hare Shiva Sai Mahadeva Shiri Sai Mahadeva Mahangala Harati Ahanduko Mahangala Harati Ahanduko Mandara Giri Hare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sadguru Deva Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sadguru Deva Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sadguru Deva Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu 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 Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Akhilanda Koti Brahma Dinayanaka Rajdi Rajogi Rajapada Brahma Sachitananda Smatsat Guru Shri Bhagavan Shirdi Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Akhilanda Koti Brahma Dinayanaka Rajdi Rajogi Rajapada Brahma Sachitananda Smatsat Guru Shri Nandamaya Maharaj Ki Jai. Akhilanda Koti Brahma Dinayanaka Rajdi Rajogi Rajapada Brahma Sachitananda Smatsat Guru Shri Bhagavan Shankaracharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Paramam pavitram Baha vibhutim Paramam vichitram Lela vibhutim Paramahatma istradamaksha Pranatam Baha vibhutim Hitamam smarami Sai Baba vibhutim Satatam smarami Shirdi Sai vibhutim Manasam smarami Om Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityuramam Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sahana Vavantu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavavahai Tejasvina Padita Mastu Mazit Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sai Shri Sai Jai Jai Sai Jai Guru. Mellow greetings and welcome. Guruvar, Thursday, the holy day. As we move forth to our weekly reading of the Sai Satcharita. Last week tore us apart. Where are we today? Chapter 31. In this chapter, Hemdapant describes the passing away of certain devotees and a tiger in Baba's presence. Ooh. The last wish or thought that a man has in the hour of death determines his future course, Sri Krishna has said in the Gita, "He who remembers me in his last moments comes to me, and he who meditates otherwise at the time goes to what he longs for." We cannot be certain that we can entertain a particular good thought at our last moment, for more often than not, we are more likely to be frightened and terrified by death. Hence, constant practice is necessary for enabling us to fix our mind on any desired good thought at any moment. All saints therefore recommend us to remember God and chant his name always, so that we may be perplexed or not perturbed when the time for departure comes. The devotee on their path surrenders themselves completely to the saints, fully believing that the saints would guide and help them in their last moments. A few such cases will be noted here. Vidyanand. A sannyas from Chennai named Vidyanand started on pilgrimage to Mansavar. En route, on hearing Baba's fame, he halted at Shirdi. There, he met some Devaji Swami of Hardwar and inquired from him about the Mansavar trip. The Swami told him that the Sarovar was 500 miles above Ganotri and described to him the difficulties of the journey. Plenty of snow, and the change of dialect every 50 kilometers, and the suspicious nature of the local people, who gave a lot of trouble to the pilgrims along the way. On hearing this, the sannyasi was dejected and canceled the trip. Then when he went to Baba and prostrated him before him, Baba got enraged and said, "Drive out this useless sannyasi. He is completely of no use." The sannyasi did not know Baba's nature. He felt discomforted, but sat there watching things that were going on. It was the morning, the bar, and the masjid was overcrowded. Baba was being worshipped in various ways. Some were washing his feet, some taking the holy water and drinking it, and some touching their eyes with it. Some were applying sandal paste and some scents to his body, and all were doing these things forgetting the distinction of caste and creed. Though Baba got enraged with him, he was filled with affection for Baba, and he did not feel like leaving the place. He stayed in Shirdi for 2 days. When he got a letter from Chennai stating that his mother was very ill, he felt very dejected and wanted to be by his mother's side, but he could not leave without Baba's permission to return home. The omniscient Baba, knowing the future, said to him, "If you so loved your mother, why did you take sannyas? Attachments makes misuse of an orchard garb. Go and sit quietly at your lodging. Wait with patience for a few days. In the Wada there are many robbers. Bolt your doors and be very vigilant. The thieves will carry everything. Wealth and prosperity are transient, and the body is subject to decay and death. While knowing this, do your duty, leaving all attachments with all things of this world and the next. He who does this and surrenders himself to the feet of Hari, the Lord, will get free from all troubles and attain bliss. The Lord runs and helps him who remembers and meditates on him with love and affection. You store your past merits in considerable, so you have to come here. Now attend to what I say and realize the goal of your life. Begin from tomorrow the study of the Bhagavat. Do 3 saptas, the 3 readings during 3 weeks consistently. The Lord will be pleased with you and will destroy your sorrows. Your illusions will vanish and you will get eternal peace." On seeing that his end was approaching, Baba prescribed the remedy and made him read the Ramavaji, which pleases God of death. Next morning, after bathing and offering purifying rites, he commenced to read the Bhagavat at a secluded spot in the Lendi Bog. He completed 2 readings, and therefore felt much exhausted. He returned to the Wada and stayed in his lodging for 2 days, and on the 3rd day he breathed his last. On Fakir Baba's lap, Baba asked the people to preserve the body for a day for a reason. The police afterwards came, on making proper inquiries, gave permission to the disposal of the body. It was buried in a proper place with due rites. In this way, Baba helped the sannyas and ensured him salvation. Balaram Munkar. There was a householder devotee of Baba by the name of Balaram Munkar. When his wife passed away, he got dejected and entrusted his household to his son, left home and came to Shirdi and lived with Baba. Being pleased with his devotion, Baba wanted to give a good turn to his life, and he did it in this way. He gave him 12 rupees and asked him to go and live in the district of Satra. Mankar was at first unwilling to go and stay away from Baba, but Baba convinced him that he was giving the best course for him and asked him to practice meditation 3 times a day on the God. On believing in Baba's words, he went to Mankar. He was much pleased with the serenity, pure water, healthy air, and the surroundings of the place, and began to practice audaciously and meditations and recommended by Baba. After some days, he got a revelation. Generally, bhaktas get a revelation in their samadhi or trance states, but in Mankar's case, he got it when he came down to his ordinary conscious from a trance. Baba appeared to him in person. Not only that Mankar saw him, but he also asked him why he was there. Baba replied, "In Shirdi, many thoughts and ideas begin to rise in your mind, and I sent you here to bring your unsteady mind to rest. You thought that I was in Shirdi with a body composed of the 5 elements and 3.5 cubits in length. Now you see, and determine for yourself whether the person you see here now is the same you saw in Shirdi. It is for this reason that I sent you here." Then after that period, Mankar left the god and proceeded to his native place of Bhadra. He wanted to travel by rail from Pune to Dadar, but when he went off to the booking office to get a ticket, he found it very much crowded. He could not get his ticket. When a villager with a langoti on his waist and a kambal on his shoulder turned up and said, "Where are you going?" "To Dadar," replied Mankar. Then he said, "Please take this Dadar ticket of mine. As I have some urgent work here, I have canceled my trip." Mankar was very glad to receive the ticket and was taking out money from his pocket when the rustic disappeared in the crowd. Mankar tried to find him out of the crowd, but in vain. He waited for him till the train left and the station, but found no trace of him. This was the second revelation Mankar got in a strange form. Then Mankar, after visiting his home, again returned to Shirdi and remained there at Baba's feet, following his bidding and advice. In the end, he was very fortunate to leave this world in the presence of Baba. Tatashab Nulkar. Hendapant gives no particular readings to Tatashab Nulkar except the bare mention of the fact that he gave up his ghost in Shirdi. A brief summary of his account is given here. Tatyasheb was a sub-judge of Pandupar in 1909. When Nanasheb Chandakar was a multimar there, both met often and exchanged words. Tatyasheb did not believe in saints, while Nanasheb respected them. Nanasheb often told him of Leelas of Sai Baba and pressed him to go to Shirdi and see Baba. Nulkar finally agreed to go to Shirdi on 2 conditions. He must get a Brahmin cook, and he must get good Nagpur oranges for the presentation. Both of these conditions were provincially fulfilled, and a Brahmin came to Nanasheb for the service, and he was sent to Tatasheb, and a fruit parcel containing 100 beautiful oranges was received by Tatasheb. The consignor being unknown, as the conditions were fulfilled, Tatasheb had to go to Shirdi. At first, Baba was much enraged with him, but by and by, Tatasheb got such experiences that he was convinced that Baba was God incarnate. So he was enamored of Baba and stayed there till his death. As he ended his approach, sacred literature was reading out to him, and at the last hours, Baba's Parath Tirth was brought and given to him for drinking. Baba, on hearing his death, said, "Oh, Tatya went ahead of us. He won't be reborn." Mengha. The story of Mengha has already been described in 28. When Mengha died, all the villagers followed the funeral procession. Baba also accompanied them and showered flowers on Mengha's body. After the observances were performed, tears flowed from Baba's eyes, and like an ordinary mortal, Baba showed himself overcome with grief and sorrow. Then, coming to the body with flowers and caring like a near relation, Baba returned to the masjid. Many saints have been seen giving sadgati to men, but Baba's graciousness is unique. Even an animal, like a tiger, came to Baba's feet for being delivered from demerits. In this story, which will be narrated now. 7 days before Baba passed away, a wonderful incident occurred at Shirdi. There came a county cart and stopped in front of the masjid. A tiger was on the cart, fastened with irons and chains, with its agonized face turned to the rear. It was suffering from some painful malady. Its keepers, 3 dervishes, had been taking it from place to place and making money by exhibiting it. It was the means of their subsistence. They tried all sorts of remedies to cure it from the malady it was suffering from, but all in vain. They had heard that Baba's fame and came to him with the animal. They got it down with chains in their hands and made it stand at the door. It was naturally fierce besides being disease-ridden, so it was restless. The people began to look at it with fright and amazement. The dervishes told Baba everything about the animal, and with his consent brought it before him. As it approached the steps, it retreated on the account of the awe of Baba, and hung its head down. When both saw each other, it got onto the step and looked at Baba with affection. Immediately, it moved the tufts of its tail and dashed it thrice against the ground, and then it fell down senseless. On seeing it dead, the dervishes were much dejected and full of sorrow, but on proper thought, they came to terms with it. They considered that as the animal was diseased and nearing its end, it was very virtuous, and on that part that it met its death off, it was free and met its end at Sai's feet. When any creature bows down their heads to a saint's feet and meets death, they are liberated. Unless they have got good store of merit on their account, how could they get such a meritorious end? Bow to Sri Sai. Peace be to all. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Gurudev. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Gurudev. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Gurudev. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Gurudev. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Gurudev. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Gurudev. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Gurudev. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Gurudev. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Gurudev. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Gurudev. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Gurudev. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Gurudev. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Gurudev. Om Guru Gurudev, Om Gurudev, Jai Guru Gurudev, Jai Guru Gurudev, Om Gurudev, Om Gurudev, Jai Guru Gurudev, Jai Guru Gurudev, Om Gurudev, Om Gurudev, Jai Guru Gurudev, Jai Guru Gurudev, Om Gurudev, Om Gurudev, Jai Guru Gurudev, Jai Guru Gurudev, Om Gurudev, Om Gurudev, Jai Guru 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 Gurudev, Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya 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 Gurudev. Sai Shri Sai Jai Jai Sai Jai Guru. Hare Tat Sat. Mellow blessings to all those that are here. Thank you for your continual devotion that is felt. We're about 5 days away from the new moon. This is the end, well, not the end, but the last part of this lunation cycle as the moon drops below the horizon and darkness ensues across the night sky. We go internal. We continually surrender from this lunation cycle what is completely unserving and accept exactly how it is. As we know, this new moon that is coming is the lunation cycle of the Guru Purnima moon. So we're all stepping into this high energy, this high time of the year of the energy of the Guru, of the Holy Preceptor. As with these stories today, death is an inevitable, and it is the end for all of us when we anchor ourselves to the feet of a great being. Death must die, as we know that death is to an illusion. May we continue to have faith, to surrender, and patience in the process, as all things have been worked out. It is now a part of the linear time that we patiently await for the manifestation and appear. By the grace of the Guru, by the grace of Baba, and all the holy ones before, we remain structured in this moment. Jai Guru, Jai Ma. Om Sai, Shri Sai, Jai Jai Sai. Om Ganapatye Namaha, Om Ganapatye Namaha, Om Hrim Shrim Chandikaya Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Hrim Shrim Chandikaya Namaha, Om Shrim Shri Namaha, Om Sai Shri Sai Jai Jai Sai.